Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to this very special edition of Inspirate, brought to you in this holy month of Ramadan for exclusively Ramadan TV. Hope you're enjoying the shows that Ramadan TV are bringing to you during this month of Ramadan. We have Uncle Idris, sharing a lot of insight around a very important topic, a fundamental aspect of a happy home. We understand that we are human, we err, we make mistakes, we sometimes make grave mistakes. But this concept of forgiveness and how important it is to a happy home is what we've been speaking about. Uncle Idris, before the break, shared a lot around the elements of forgiveness. The Prophet ﷺ, how he forgave. These are examples that we have. We have this precedent that's been set for us as Muslims. How fortunate we are. How fortunate we are to have this. Yet, and I think this is, when you look at the reality on the ground, it's a lost concept, forgiveness. You were talking about people with low self-esteem, then you find that may not be able to adopt this principle of forgiveness. I think it's also a lot around the ego, which is linked, right? Because people feel, okay, lesser if I do. How can I have been hurt by my spouse? And now if I forgive, it means amongst my peers, I'm seen as a lesser being. So there's also this, and we can't ignore it, this environmental influence on us. A different culture that also permeates this Western culture with its own I, me, individualism, that, it's somehow, seen as a lower trait if I do forgive.
Yusuf, there are two things. The one that you are speaking about, I think it's also very, very important, when you are seeking advice. From whom are you seeking advice? Are you seeking advice from a person that is disenchanted in marriage? Are you seeking advice from a person that is volatile in terms of his temperament? Are you seeking advice from someone that does not see any value in the deen of Islam, and more concern from a material perspective? That's one dimension. But the other critical dimension is the fact that on this earth there is no Jannah. You've got to understand. We are going to make mistakes. We are human. We're going to err. But the thing is, this is a very, very important aspect. In Jannah, it's a perfect world. There's no headaches. There's no slip of the tongue, and so on and so forth, And I think we need to understand that. So because, in life, because we want to, in essence, seek the Jannah, and what we tend to do, it's a very important thing, that you do not get married to be happy. You are happy and you get married. And therefore, there is sometimes an overreaction. People become melodramatic. Something small is turned into, a huge aspect, Say, you have destroyed me. No one destroys you. No one destroys you. And remember, in life, no one can make you feel small without your permission. Nobody. And we need to understand that, Like, I remember conducting a workshop in one of the institutions. I said to them, I'll give you $1 million, right? Not that I have that. I thought it'd be good to say that.
Why not?
Why not? I'll give you $1 million, if you could insult me. I said that. So the manager said something. So I wasn't affected at all by it. So I said to him, it's not about what you say. It's about how I respond to what you say. And that's important. What we tend to do, we allow people to affect our personalities. Like, if you stop talking to me, you're my neighbor, I'll greet you every day. I'll greet you, right? And if you don't talk to me, it's okay. And if I want to find out why, I would find that out. So we allow others to affect our behavior. You know, there's so many examples. You know, I remember Sheikh Sadullah mentioned this one example was when one of the pious individuals was giving a talk to his students, you know, and someone walked in. This person was very abrasive, and he spoke to him in a manner that was demeaning. So the students around him they were mad. How can they talk to my respectful sheikh like that, you know? So when he went, so they asked him, you know, I mean, how did you tolerate that? He says, well, he gave me what he's got, and I've given him what I have. You know, this is important. The important thing is, I'm not perfect, no one is perfect. But what is important, you know, we've got to watch our tongue. We've got to use purring words, not snarling words. Words, you know, you might say, I'm so happy I told him or her, I told him exactly, I feel much better. But the damage, you know, look at our Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Never, ever uttered anything that was displeasing to Allah. Never, ever uttered anything displeasing to Allah. And, you know, this is the nature of life. The nature of life is, we must say, you know what, we have children that are growing up at home. Let us share with them a slice of life. What they will experience in their marital home, what they'll experience with their peers, what kind of friends should they have, why should they assert themselves, you know, and when they get hurt, how should they respond, you know what I mean? These are important things, because I see today, Yusuf, and this is, it breaks my heart, and I'm non-judgmental. I don't judge nobody, nobody. I'm non-judgmental. I see a lot of sadness in our homes. The home supposed to be a happy place, man, joyful place, where there's this joyful exuberance and excitement, where every child grows up, you know, in terms of his own personality, and we celebrate that, you know. We do not make comparisons. Comparisons are odious, and they grow up, and we look at the month of Ramadan is here. How beautiful is it?
This is the month of forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Say, Ya Allah, this is my family. I ask my family, I'm your husband, I'm your father, please forgive me. I know I made mistakes. I know I've made mistakes. Please forgive me. But let me tell you, I forgive all of you. Can you imagine? And the wife says the same thing, and the kids, and they celebrate each other, and you start off on a new leaf, man. How exhilarated you would be, you know.
You know, starting off on a new leaf, this is this month of Ramadan that you speak about, and how important this month is, this month of forgiveness. I, for one, just based on what you were saying, realized through your conversation here and the pearls of wisdom that you've shared, is that when you forgive, yes, you are helping the other person that might have erred, but more importantly, you're helping yourself. You are ridding yourself of this pain, whatever negative emotion that you are feeling, because it allows you to free yourself, to liberate yourself, to emancipate yourself from baggage. And that creates a happier home, that creates a happy family, that creates a happy marriage. On that note, again, these topics and these conversations that we're having around, and in a very intimate way. I hope you're enjoying the set as well on Ramadan TV. I hope you're enjoying Ramadan TV. And we've now covered 3 of the topics around a happy home. Hope you're enjoying it. And next week we'll have the last of the series brought to you by Ramadan TV during the month of Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.